Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar. I'm just going to get the presentation set up and we'll begin in about 2 minutes. So just sit tight and we'll begin in 2 minutes. All right, everyone, welcome to the webinar about what is better, a home equity or a home equity line of credit. Thank you for attending, and we're very looking forward to the content we're about to share with you. So the first thing I'm going to go over today is our presenter, Carol, and let me just move this out of the way. So Carol has been a Greater Alliance employee for the past 19 years and has been a lending specialist for most of her career with a concentration on home equity loans. Carol received her degree in finance from Fairfield University. So Carol's an expert in this subject. So, use this as your advantage and ask any questions. Now, I believe on the next slide here, we're going to go over today's topics, but I do want to let you know real quick that on the right side of your screen, there should be a section for questions. Feel free to ask questions throughout the entire presentation. We do have a dedicated Q&A section at the end, but I do want to let you know that you should feel free to ask any questions throughout the presentation, and Carol will answer at the end. For today's presentation, we're going to go over the following topics. What is a home equity loan? The benefits of a HELOC. How does a home equity work? The approval process for home equity lines of credit and home equity loans. What is a home equity line of credit? And then, of course, we have the Q&A and the thank you page, which we will go over any questions you have. And with that, here's Carol with the start of the presentation.
What is a home equity loan? A home equity loan is one in which you borrow against the equity or value of your home. The amount of actual equity you have is the difference between what your home would be worth if you sold it today and what you owe on your mortgage. The loan can be used for a number of things, including any of the above. Remodel or add on to your home. Updates, complete necessary home maintenance. Vacations, take an exotic vacation. School, return to school or send your high school graduate to college. New car, buy a fantastic new sports car. How does a home equity loan work? Also known as a second mortgage, a home equity loan can be repaid monthly over a fixed term, just like a mortgage. Terms typically range from 5 to 20 years. Borrow up to 80% of your home's value. At Greater Alliance Federal Credit Union, we allow borrowing up to 80% of your home's value, not limited to your current mortgage lender. Home equity loans can be set up with any credit union, bank, or mortgage company that services home equity loans in your state. Can provide tax advantages. Can provide some tax advantages, though it's best to talk to a tax advisor to be sure. Here's an example. Be sure to check with your lender because this borrowing limit can vary. The actual amount of your lender might approve is also based on other factors such as your current income, credit history, and debt load. You take the value of your home times 80%, look at the balance of your mortgage, subtract that from the value of your home, and you would come up with the maximum amount you could borrow. What is a home equity line of credit? A home equity line of credit, or HELOC, is like a credit card. It's a revolving line of credit that you could apply for now and then choose to use anytime you need. Should you need to purchase something, you can use your HELOC similar to your credit card. Whatever you need. You aren't limited to what you can use your home equity line of credit to purchase. As much as you need. As long as you stay within your credit limit, you could spend as much as you need. Benefits of a home equity line of credit. Like a home equity loan, with a home equity line of credit, you borrow against the equity in your home, typically up to 80% of the home's value. Your home will secure the loan. You have a flexible range of home equity line of credit rates and terms. Here's how a HELOC differs from a home equity loan. While average HELOC rates are often higher than fixed home equity loan rates, experts agree that it is still a much better option than most credit cards. And if you shop around, you might find a great low-rate offer, like our 12-month introductory rate starting at 2.99% APR. Payment schedule. You make payments on a fixed schedule, but only on the amount you borrow, not on the full credit limit available. How to pay? Some institutions allow you to pay by credit card. At Greater Alliance, you could easily pay by check or by using our online or mobile banking apps. No closing costs. There are often no closing costs associated with home equity lines of credit. What are the benefits of using a home equity loan or HELOC? There are several benefits to a home equity loan or a HELOC. The top reason homeowners use a home equity loan is to pay off credit card debt because the interest rate is much lower than credit cards or other types of consumer loans. Other reasons to consider a home equity loan or home equity line of credit: source of cash. It's an easy source of cash for any reason. Consolidate debt. This will consolidate your debt into one single payment. Convenient. It's a more convenient way to manage your bills. Tax deductible. Interest paid on a home equity loan may be tax deductible. How can you use a HELOC? While it's true that many home equity lines of credit are used for home repairs or remodeling, there are many more ways to take advantage of a home equity line of credit. It's best to use HELOCs for long-term ongoing expenses like medical bills, college tuition, unexpected emergencies. How do I know if I have enough equity for a home equity loan? There are a number of easy ways to find out if you have enough equity in your home. You want to start with a home evaluation to determine the current value of your home. Second, use an online calculator to determine which loan is best for you. Third, compare the equity in your home to the amount you want to spend, but remember that the most you can borrow is typically 80% of the home's value. When should I avoid a HELOC or a home equity loan? A home equity loan or HELOC may not be the best loan for everyone. Here are some reasons to avoid borrowing against the equity in your home. Some lenders may have closing costs. If you don't need a large amount of cash, if you think your income could decrease substantially, if you need it for day-to-day living expenses. How do I know if a home equity loan or a HELOC is right for me? Talk to a loan officer you trust about what your need or dream is. The right home equity loan will provide you with a low fixed or variable interest rate and a manageable monthly payment plan. Your loan officer can work with you to determine if you have enough equity established, and if your current income and credit score will allow you to get a low-rate loan that can be paid off easily over time. Pros and cons for home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. Pros for a home equity loan: fixed monthly payment, loan term, and interest rate. Best suited for short-term, one-time expense. Cons for home equity loan: using your home as collateral, so you risk foreclosure if you don't repay. Some home equity loans have fees, including origination and closing fees. You are required to figure out how much you want to borrow up front. Pros for home equity lines of credit: only borrow amounts you need instead of a lump sum. Your variable rate could remain low since it's based on an index. Many home equity lines of credit come with no or very low fees. Best suited for long-term, ongoing expenses. Cons for home equity lines of credit: use your home as collateral, so you risk foreclosure if you don't repay. Some HELOCs require a large balloon payment or lump sum due at the end of the term. Some HELOCs have fees, including an origination and closing fees. Your monthly payment can vary and even rise based on your interest rate and how much you borrow. General last-minute reminders. In general, remember, a home equity loan is a great option if you need a one-time large amount of cash. A HELOC is the right option if you need that large amount of cash, but might not need it in one lump sum. Greater Alliance Home Equity Loans. Low rates, rates as low as 3.99 APR. Choose different terms. We offer 5, 10, 15, and 20-year terms. Borrow up to 80%. Loan amount is up to 80% of your home's value, less any other liens. No closing costs. We have no closing costs in most states. No annual fees. Greater Alliance does not have any annual fees for our home equity loans. 1% cashback. Receive 1% cashback up to $1,000 when you refinance your existing loan from another financial institution with us. With our fixed home equity loans, you can borrow up to $250,000 to be paid back in equal payments for up to 20 years. Greater Alliance Home Equity Line of Credit. Low rates. Rates as low as 2.99 APR. Term, we offer up to a 20-year term. Borrow up to 80% of your home value. Minimum line amount of $25,000. Maximum line amount of $250,000. No closing costs in most states. No annual fees. Greater Alliance does not have any annual fees for home equity loans. 1% cashback. Receive 1% cashback up to $1,000 when you refinance your existing loan from another financial institution with us. With our HELOCs, you'll have the funds you need, when you need them, to help make those big changes in your life a success. It's easy and secure, and you only have to pay an interest on what amount you actually use. Home Equity HELOC Approval Process. Here is the general application process when you submit an application for a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit. Step 1, submit an application. You can apply online, by phone, or in person. Step 2, confirmation email. Once you submit your application, you will receive a confirmation email from a home equity expert. Step 3, additional documents. After reviewing your application, we may request additional documents. Step 4, receive disclosures. Within 3 days of submitting your application, you will receive disclosures to sign. Step 5, submit disclosures. After reviewing disclosures, please return via mail or email. Step 6, submit paperwork. After receiving all documents and disclosures from you, we will submit your application for review. Step 7, process application. The application process may take up to 2 weeks. Step 8, application status. After 2 weeks, we will follow up and let you know if your application has been approved.
All right, everyone, we went through that presentation kind of quick, but if you have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask them. We are going to open this up for the next couple minutes. If you have any questions, you should have an area on the right side of your screen with questions. And yeah, feel free. We'll give it a couple. We'll give you like 30 seconds. I don't see any questions currently in there, but we'll give you guys like 30 seconds if you want to ask questions. So feel free to do so. All right, everyone. I don't see anybody having any questions, so we'll just move on to the next area. And I just want to let you know that right after this presentation ends, you'll actually get prompted with a survey. Please fill out the survey. One, it helps us make these webinar experiences even better for our members, and just make for future webinars, we'll make it a better experience. And you also have a chance of winning a $25 gift card. So it's a win-win to everyone. So we would really appreciate if you took. It only takes like 5 minutes. So we would really really appreciate your time filling out that survey. And I want to let you know that in about a week and a half from now, on October 23rd, we will be having another webinar about when and when not to refinance your mortgage. So if you have a home and you're looking about refinancing your mortgage or have any questions about that, feel free to register. You can go to www.greateralliance.org/webinars to register. And yeah, we have plenty of spots available, so please register if you're interested in that. And thank you for joining. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to attending this webinar. Please follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and also LinkedIn as well. If you would like to get in touch with Carol, the presenter today, for any reason, here's her contact information. And if you'd like to schedule an appointment with a home equity expert, here's the information as well. So, and just a quick note that in case you had to get up for any reason during the presentation, you'll get a copy sent to you in email, and we'll also be posting this on the YouTube channel if you ever want to go back and rewatch this. So, thanks again for participating, and and hopefully you got some value out of this, and we look forward to seeing you in the next webinar.